Let's head over to the Big 12. Dennis, you're taking a look at the University of Texas. I forgot that Sark's contract was 6 years, $34.2 million. So how is he going to do in his second year? We also got a new quarterback battle going on.
Yeah, win now because the stink of that Kansas loss is still around in midair. He's got to come back from 5-7 in year two because Texas just won't tolerate it. Of all the schools I've covered, I think they're the quickest to turn on a coach when things go bad. Maybe Auburn, Barrett. Maybe Auburn's in first place there. But he's got to win now. They've got Quinn Ewers, the quarterback from Ohio State. He originally committed to Texas, went to Ohio State to be able to capitalize on his NIL. And I think he's going to be one of the nation's best offensive stories. They've got Xavier Worthy, the sophomore receiver, who I think has a chance to be the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. The biggest area for Texas is the offensive line. It was so bad last year. Literally an NIL collective formed around it. Every Texas offensive player who sees the field, as it stands now, gets $50,000 for their NIL rights. Is that going to make them play better? I don't know, but it better right away. Oklahoma's a better program. Baylor's a defending champion. A lot of pressure on Sark to win now.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the Sooners. I know Amanda likes to hear that, but mass exodus after Lincoln Riley left. But it's interesting, Brent Venables been rumored for all of these jobs. He finally gets one, and it's a big one, and he's following in Lincoln Riley's footsteps, which is going to be difficult. No Caleb Williams, but they get Dylan Gabriel through the transfer portal, former starter at UCF. I think the biggest thing, though, is Marvin Mims decided he wanted to stay rather than bail and go somewhere else. But a lot of pressure on Brent Venables. This is not a job that comes easy. They expect the college football playoff. So there's not going to be much of a learning curve for the Sooners. They need to contend. They should win the Big 12 this year with the talent that's still there. If not, I think there's going to be some side eyes looking at Brent Venables.
Texas and Oklahoma, those are SEC programs, fellas. We're supposed to be talking about the Big 12. I want to talk about Oklahoma State, who this is a program that I think is poised to take a step forward and came about a yard shy of winning the Big 12 title last year. But as we mentioned earlier, Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator, has left for Ohio State. And this is a program that in the last few years kind of flipped its identity. Mike Gundy's teams used to be known about throwing the ball all over the place and scoring 40 to 50 points per game and then hoping you gave up less on defense. The last few years, it's been a defense that's been trying to make up for an offense that can't score. So I want to see going into this season, can the defense maintain what Jim Knowles started? And can we see some more explosive plays on this offense like we used to?
And of course, is Mike McGundy going to have a mullet yet?
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.